Priscilla and I would like to say thank you very much to all you. You've come from very far, and we really appreciate it. Seeing all these faces, it's always warms our heart, because really in life you have your loved ones and your family, and that's most important. And we really appreciate. This is our life. You are our lives, so we appreciate you sharing this moment with us. We really, really appreciate it. So anyway, thanks for coming.
Wow. Okay, I'm just going to take it all in. 40 plus years we waited, babe. What do you think? 25 for me, that's right. What was I thinking? 25 for me. And you see why I'm married to him. You guys look beautiful. Again, just to reiterate what my wonderful husband just said. I know, right? Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Again, it's so beyond everything that we could have imagined to have so many close friends, family, loved ones. Everyone that's in our room is so important to Tommy, so important to myself, so important to both of us collectively. So I know there are people from my side of the family and friends he doesn't know too well yet, and vice versa, and that's going to change because now we're just all one big family. So I want to say thank you for dealing with the traffic and the lateness and the chaos. We are just so happy and so blessed to be sharing this with you. So let's have fun, let's eat and enjoy. Again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I want to say special thanks, of course, to both our parents, my parents, his parents, our parents collectively, the Pendergrasses, Buddy, Michelle, all his family, Christina, Camby, Andy, all you guys, and of course my family, my Aunt Patricia, everyone that helped us put this together. But I want to take a clap, because if you know that, so I don't know, some of you know that I'm a wedding planner, and so I had decided that the wedding planner could plan her own wedding, and then 3 days ago, I was like, what was I thinking? But I need everyone to stand and clap for my two assistants back there that just pulled this off. You guys rock. Thank you so much. We are so indebted for your help in giving us the wedding of our dreams. So thank you. And thank you again to everyone. So let's have fun.
So what I'm going to say about Priscilla is she's been an amazing friend, and she's always been really real. What you see is what you get, and she's an amazing woman. And she, had her standards, and she never gave up hope. And I love the fact that at 40-something, sorry, I'm putting you on blast, but I'm 40-something too. She never gave up hope, because I get over it. And she is like, no, I'm going to find my man. And when she met Tommy, she said, I found my man. And I love the fact that she knew, and she was confident enough to say it without looking like a fool and saying, no. She said, I found my man, April. I know it's him. He's the one. And I met Tommy, and, well, he's hot, sorry. And so are all his married brothers, just my luck. But I was like, wow. And then I saw how he interacted with her, and I saw how she interacted with him, and I saw her beauty. She's always been beautiful, but how she glowed with him at a whole nother level. Because a lot of times you meet somebody and your friend pretends they're somebody else, especially when you're in your 40s. And she was her, and he loved her, and he embraced her, and he made her more beautiful. And I love that about her. And I love that he gets her, and I love that he gets Summer, and I love that he loves Summer, because I love Summer. And this is what I'm going to say tonight. I love all of you for loving her. I love you for knowing that she's a perfectionist, and that's what you're seeing here, because she would not let any of us do anything. She did it herself. And I love that with Tommy and his 27 brothers and sisters, when they have a baby and they say my favorite auntie, they will be referencing me. Thank you.
I've known Priscilla for a few years. We actually met through a mutual friend of ours, Pauline. And Yes. I like to say we were destined to meet because we share the same name, Priscilla. And I know many of you in here, she's probably the only Priscilla that you've met in your life. Well, now here is another one. And her mom is another one, the mother of the bride as well. So we have 3 Priscillas here tonight. But I think we share a similar name, but we also became fast and furious friends, I like to think, because we share the same value for friends and family, and friendship is of the utmost importance to both of us, and that's something that she showed to me right away. We have this ritual of going through long ocean walks in Corona del Mar on the beach and talking about the trials and tribulations of our respective lives. And since we knew each other in our single days, I remember when she would tell me what she was looking for, not only in a mate, but a life partner. And so I would listen to her list, and it seemed to grow every month, and she'd add a few more qualities to it, and, you know, tall, kind, generous, warm-hearted, loves God, loves family, athletic, 6'4", dark hair, good-looking, nice pecs, good shoulders, nice calves, but not too overdeveloped. And I said, honey, if this man existed, I would have found him by now, okay? So not going to happen, not going to happen. Well, then fast forward a few months later, and she did, in fact, meet Tom. And I had the pleasure of getting to know him shortly afterwards, and I realized that dreams do, in fact, come true. And I think it's only fitting that these 2 hearts are joining as one on Valentine's Day. And I just want to wish you both so much happiness and love on this special day and moving forward. Let this day be the building block for the rest of your wonderful lives together. And may your home always be filled with lots of laughter, love, and joy, because I know that's what the both of you bring to every single person in this room. I love you both. Congratulations.
Good evening, friends and family. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Summer, Priscilla's daughter. Hi. I'd like to say thank you all for coming on this special, wonderful, love-filled day. Congratulations. Hold on. Sorry, I get nervous. Okay. I remember the day Tommy was going to ask my mom to marry him. I had just gotten off work and was on the way to hang out with my friends when Tommy called and asked if I could come home for a little bit to talk. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was I wanted to go hang out with my friends. Now, at first, when you hear those words, I need to talk to you about something, as a daughter, your mind automatically goes to, shoot, I'm in trouble. Luckily, Tommy knows how I think, and he assured me that it was nothing bad. But anyways, I got home, and I remember him giving me a big hug and asking me to sit down. He then went on to say how much he loves my mom and I, and how we are both so important to him. Then it started to click in my head. He was going to ask me if he could marry my mom, and sure enough, those words came out of his mouth. Of course, I said yes. Sorry. And I told him how happy I was. After the hugs and tears, he went to ask my grandparents for their blessing. He drove an hour away in traffic to ask them. What a gentleman. But then again, Tommy has always been a gentleman. With that being said, as any daughter would want for their mother, when she settles down and ties the knot, she hopes that the man she marries is respectable, keeps her happy, and loves her for who she is. I'm so happy to say that my mom has made a wonderful choice. I've had the pleasure of witnessing the laughter and joy he brings into her life, the patience and tolerance it sometimes takes to deal with her unique personality, and the love he provides for both of us, which we needed. I have been so blessed to spend my life with such a wonderful mom. We've been through so much together, and I just wanted to thank you for everything you have done and sacrificed for me. My mom has been both my mom and my dad all my life. I'm so happy for her to have found her one true love, and I'm thrilled that today I not only gained many wonderful new family members, but also the best dad anyone could ever ask for. Tommy, you have treated me as if I was your own daughter from the start, and I am so happy to have you in my life as my dad forever. I love you both so much, and to see the love you show each other is inspiring and beautiful, and I look forward to seeing it continue to grow, as well as our family. And I honestly can't wait to meet my new baby brother in the near future. Not yet. But brother only. Congratulations to you both. I love you, Mom and Dad.
As most of you know, because you know us, the Nakanes are very, very late. So I apologize for the 6:45 start for a 3 p.m. wedding, but yeah. But no, my brother Tom is an incredible guy, and we come from a family of 6 kids, and we weren't sure about him. We weren't sure if he was going to cross the finish line. We weren't sure what was going on. Maybe there's some questions to be answered, but we had faith in him, great faith that he would find somebody amazing and special. And I've known this guy a while, right? You're 44. Do you really know somebody after 44 years? Do you really know them? I don't think I knew him, when they were giving their speeches, and he, some of the things he said to Priscilla, I hope he meant, but they were pretty powerful, if you know Tom, because he's kind of he's a very generous person, but he's not kind of a touchy-feely, exposes his emotions on his shoulder guy. So, I was very touched by their exchange of words, both of them, by Priscilla's amazing family. I'm getting to know them all one by one, and, I think with her large family and our large family and all of their friends, and by the way, all of you guys who were here today came from the Northwest and, Orange County and Seattle, Wendy and John and the whole, group and everybody across the country. And if you're a friend of these guys, these are the sort of people who will drive through a brick wall, to do anything for you. So to consider yourself, a friend of them is really an amazing thing. So I just wanted to say that, these 2 people have waited so long for love, so long for that special person. I mean, that's such a cliche thing, but to wait this long and to get this lucky, both of them, and not to settle, it's a pretty amazing thing. And it's, kind of a powerful testament to all of us, I think, who have held out hope and prayed and, pushed other people in front of them like desserts they didn't want pushed away, but they ended up with each other today. So I just wanted to say I'm just blown away by both of you, and as a couple, kind of this whole unique thing you bring together, as you start your new life together. So let's raise a cup of Captain's Morgan's rum and Diet Coke, and let's salute these 2 with a drink.
Number one, I just want to say that, Tommy, you have been everything and then some a brother could ever be. And I remember just from, throwing around the football, and I was a running back, and he was a quarterback. So it was always, we're going to do the quarterback drills first, and then we're going to get to the running back drills. And we never got to the running back drills, and thank God, because I ended up being this size, and I became pretty good at catching. But the point really is it's so rare to see somebody that gives so much of himself so often. And it's even more rare to actually be able to call him your brother. And it's one of those things that you just hope and pray. You say, gosh, he's such a great guy. When is he going to meet that person that everything just clicks? And I still remember the call that I got the first day that he met Priscilla. And he said there was just something special. You may not know about this, and he may kick me for this, but it came through Match.com. So we're going to give a clap out for Match.com. He is getting a paid endorsement for this, but helps to subsidize the wedding. But and it really was. It was just this fluke thing where he was counseling, she was canceling, and somehow the glitch happens when it doesn't happen. And Cupid was involved in the microchip, and somehow they ended up together. And there was just something different in the tone of the voice. And then when I met Priscilla, I said, she's awesome. Okay, I didn't yet say she was the one, but I knew there was something awesome there. And just getting to meet all of her friends, you quickly see the types of people that are gravitated to these two people. And it's just a testament for all of you. Again, it's an honor to know all of you and to know that these two brought you all together here to celebrate their love. I just, what can you say, right? So, another toast to these two. May their love continue to generate the love in all our hearts as they have.
I wanted to say congratulations to both of you for a beautiful wedding. Everyone give it up for this beautiful wedding. And you couldn't have picked a prettier location. You couldn't have picked a prettier ceremony. Your vows were they were crying and I was crying. And it was, so fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. And when Tom first started dating Priscilla, I said, of course, well, what's her stats? And of course, I mean her football stats, right? Okay, how are her hands? Is she catching okay? Like, what? She doesn't play football? She doesn't play softball? Really? and then I met her and I knew. Oh, okay. It all makes sense now. Tom is Mr. Football, Mr. Sports, Mr. Athlete. To have him evolve to someone who is more than all that is saying something, and I certainly, am very pleased that you have found someone so beautiful, someone as smart, someone as, that inspires him, because Tom is Mr. Positive as well. He's very inspiring to all of us, and for him to find someone that motivates him is, it's just pretty amazing. So I don't have a long speech here, but I would like to say thank you both for inviting me and everyone else here, and God bless.
For some of you that don't know Tom, is how genuinely nice and just honest and open and just genuinely nice he can be. And it's funny because his friends are now my friends and my friends are now his friends, and so when he would come over and meet my friends, the next day my friends would come up to me and be like, what's up with your buddy Tom? And I'd be like, well, what are you talking about? They're like, nobody is that nice. Nobody is that nice. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. And then he'd come over again. They're like, I think he might actually be that nice. So, but yeah, so, and then they mentioned about Match.com. And so I've had the honor of hanging out with Tom for the majority of the time that we were both single. And so when he decided to join Match.com specifically because there was a single mixer, but they wouldn't tell you where it was unless you joined Match.com for like a week. And so we're like, all right, so we decided to join, and we went to the mixer, and nothing happened of it. And so then about 10 days later, I called up Tom, and I said, Tom, did you cancel the membership? And he's like, yeah, but, there's this one girl that I saw, and she winked at me, and she's really hot, but I can't respond because it's been after the 7 days of it's canceled. So I'm pretty sure Tom signed up for 1 month and then canceled, and then that's how they guys met. So anyway, so I'm glad that it all worked out, and I'm glad that you're part of our family.
I also met Tom on Match.com, and he did not pick me, and it was really upsetting. So I married Julie. But anyways, I would like to say, met Priscilla, you're so genuine and just a great person. Frankly, you remind me a lot of my wife. You're just so welcoming and open. And I do want to tell you 3 things about Tom that you probably don't know. I went to college with Tom. We're in the same fraternity. So I know the guy pretty well. It's been 25 years now, roughly, give or take. Number 1, fact about Tom. Tom will cook on high. So if Tom ever makes you dinner, he'll put the meat on. It will go on high, and it will cook fast. So just so you know, Tom cooks on high, and he's cooked a lot of meals for me, which is good. Number 2, Tom has no fear. I don't know if well, most of you know he played football at the University of Washington. Back in college, I was bigger than Tom, a lot bigger. And I'm like, what, you're walking on to the University of Washington? Are you crazy? Do you want to walk again? Anyways, so he walked on, he was a quarterback, got all the way through, a couple Rose Bowls, whatever. The story that sticks out is one time there's a guy named Steve Ettman. He was the #1 pick, a defensive tackle for Indianapolis Colts. Okay, so one time Steve Ettman was just kind of being a dick. Excuse me, kids and families, but just being a jerk on the practice field. And Tom had had enough. And Steve Ettman was tackling him. He had his red jersey. Tackling him, he has his red jersey. He wasn't supposed to be. So Steve's walking away back to the huddle. Tom takes the football and throws it as hard as he can right at Steve Ettman's head. And the guy just grabbed him and started beating him on the ground. But that is Tom. He is not afraid, and he's just such a courageous person. So I was impressed that you did that. Number 3 fact about Tom. Tom's glass is, like someone else mentioned, his glass is always half full. Half full, definitely. The most positive person. I had difficulties in my life going through college, ran out of money, but Tom was always there for me through ups and downs, and the guy will never quit, and he will always be successful, and frankly, you picked a really great husband. So congratulations to you both, and that's 3 facts about Tom. Okay, that's all I got.
Tom and I had a special relationship. We played semi-pro football together, played a lot of flag football together. Tom is a man that I honestly respect deeply and would go to war with. Tom is the kind of man that challenges you and asks you to be a better person, to be a greater person. And there were many times in a huddle, behind, late in the game, that Tom asked me to be a better man. And I wouldn't have done it for myself. I wouldn't have done it for anybody else. But I would do it for Tom.
And you did it.
There were a few times we did it. Not all the time, but we tried. And the real point is that Tom asks you to be a better person. He asks you to be as great as you can be, as big as you can be. And he does that all the time. And I love that about Tom. So I don't like Tom. I love Tom. And Tom would ask me late in the game, Neil, we're down by 6 points, and we need to win this game. I need you to go deep, Neil. I need you to break this DB down, and I need you to score. And there were a lot of times early in the game we would do that, and there were a lot of times late in the game we had to do that. But you had to break people down, and you had to break things down. And I was led by Tom Nakane. Nakane is actually the word. That I was led very many times by Tom into doing more than I thought I could do, more than I felt like I could do. Tired, downtrodden, beat up, or hurt late in the game. And I did that for Tom Nakane. He's a man I would follow into many, many situations. Now, Tom asked me to go deep. Neil, you got to go 9 for a touchdown. But this time, Tom Nakane ran his own 9 for a touchdown, and he scored.